Hello, my name is Kiri, and welcome if you're new, and thank you for coming back if you are not new. In our 13 days of Christmas this year, I'm going a little bit rogue. It might seem at first with this video, but stay with me. We are talking about, I'm going to be specifically saying things about if you are going to get a puppy dog. But even if you're not getting a puppy, if you're getting any kind of a pet for Christmas this year, I have some little tips. Number one is to do your own research. So if you are planning on getting a family pet for Christmas, there's a lot to know, but the very first step then is doing research, looking up where to get that animal from. If you are planning on rescuing, going to a shelter to adopt, then definitely do some research on like how to welcome an adult animal into your home. Even if it's not an adult, if it's had some significant amount of time living with another family, it can be an adjustment for that pet to come into a new home and a new family. Rehoming can be very difficult. Dogs get bonded and attached the same as humans. And so to be taken out of that home and put in a new one with new people without being able to communicate and have it explained to them as to why that's happening can be really traumatic and stressful. So bringing a dog home, if you're adopting and rescuing, make sure that you are prepared to welcome that dog into your home in the best way possible. You know, it's really exciting, especially if you have little kids. It's very exciting to be bringing home a new family member, but just make sure that you are taking the dog's feelings into account and helping make that transition as easy as possible. There's some pros and cons to getting a pet at Christmas time. One of the pros is that you likely are home for a few days. You have some time off of work, and that can be great whether it's adoption or if you are purchasing a puppy from a breeder. Either one, those animals need to be introduced to their new home and their new family with you being around, instead of having, you know, separation anxiety. So it is also easier for you to not have to worry about stuff getting chewed up. But bringing home a pet where you have a few days at least off, to be home with the dog all day, and you can start training them to know that when you leave the home you're coming back and you're not abandoning them, and just also able to monitor them as they learn what they can and can't do in your house, and potty training and all of that. So my first tip is to do the research and be prepared for how is best to bring an animal into your home. And then my second tip is that you should be home with them as well for as many days as you can. Now, before we get any further, I do just want to pause and just let you know I am not an expert by any means. However, I have been looking into getting a dog of my own for a year, and I've done so much research from those who are. So please note that what I say is not based on any like professional experience with this and bringing home an animal. I don't have a career or degree in anything with animals. I'm just sharing what I've learned, and I decided I wanted to share it because this is a really popular time of year for people to, especially to get a puppy. And that can come with some downsides as well, because maybe it's not a well thought out decision. You might not fully be prepared. It's a spontaneous, look how cute that is, let's get it. You might just be thinking of the magic of like a precious little golden retriever puppy face popping out of a box under the tree on Christmas morning, and the magic that will be for your kids. Same. I would love that for myself. Another downside to puppies being popular for Christmas is that you do have a lot of pop-up breeders, people who have just decided without any previous experience or even research to get going, just decide to breed dogs, maybe even just their own pets that they have. They have a male dog, get a female, whatever, in time to have puppies that will be ready to go for Christmas. And you don't know how well those animals have been taken care of. Some background information on the breeder, or if it's somebody that you know personally, even better. When you're researching what might be the best breed for your home, how much exercise are they going to need? How much energy do they have? What is their disposition? Are they good with kids? Are they okay meeting strangers? If you have people in and out of your home a lot, how much time are you going to have to socialize dogs, especially if there's a breed that might need that a little extra? What kind of known health problems does that breed have? And also lifespan. What time frame of a commitment are you making? Because again, I've talked about why rehoming is not a great idea and can be really stressful and difficult for animals to experience. And so if you're not sure if you could commit to having a dog that lives for 12 years, then maybe don't get a dog that lives for 12 years. Sad to say, but there are some dogs that don't live as long, and so maybe that kind of a breed is more suitable. If your life plan for the next 5 to 8 years looks pretty solid and you could keep the dog. And I know that this is hard because no one can look, you know, a decade plus into their future and know exactly how it's going to be. But taking the time to think about what commitment level you can give right now and what you can foresee. Okay, now also researching dog food brands. It can depend, you know, what you can afford. So taking that into account, like if my dog ended up having allergies or digestive issues and I had to switch dog foods to something that would cost me more, even researching like how much a breed typically weighs and then how much food they need to eat per day. So for example, you know, obviously like a golden retriever, about 75 pounds and eating multiple cups worth of food per day versus like a little Yorkie. That's not going to require as much food, and so it's cheaper for you to feed that kind of dog. And lastly, training. Learn how to train your own dog properly. Sometimes there are behavioral issues that require a little outside expertise, but for the most part, especially if you're getting a puppy and they're a clean slate for you to train, truly taking the time to really learn how to properly train a dog will help the dog to be kinder, you know, more sociable with other people and other animals. It will also obviously save you a lot of headache if, you know, potty training especially, like it's definitely in your favor to potty train a dog, to house train the dog. But then also understanding that dogs are reward-based, but not punishment. Really learn that some of these old-fashioned techniques, like rubbing a dog's nose in their pee in the house, is not doing anything. It's just confusing because they just did something natural. They don't understand that the problem is with where they went. And if you're getting upset or angry, they may just hide signs that they have to go to the bathroom because they start to associate having to go to the bathroom with punishment, which means you're going to have a lot more poops in your closet because they're going to go try and hide in there next time they got to go. So understanding how to have a gentle hand with a dog and really train them and welcome them into your home and a real family member, and make them a real family member. This was a quick and short video because, like I said, I am not an expert. I hope that I gave you some helpful information though, and a good starting place so that this Christmas, if you are adding 4 more paws into your home, that it will be a smoother transition for you and that animal. So that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe if you're new. And we will continue on very soon with our 13 Days of Christmas.